Chosen one. Listen carefully. Heaven has pressed pause on everything else just to whisper this message into your soul. What you are walking through is not random. It is not a punishment, nor is it evidence that you have been forgotten. You are in the middle of a divine test. A furnace of refining fire has been lit around you, not to destroy you, but to prove the authenticity of your faith and to unlock a breakthrough that will forever change your story. Every sleepless night, every moment of confusion, every tear you've shed, silently in the dark, heaven has counted them. God Himself is measuring your endurance, your obedience, your willingness to trust when nothing seems clear. This is not a coincidence. This is divine intervention. You were chosen for this exact trial because of the glory waiting on the other side. The world may look at you and only see struggle, but the courts of heaven look at you and see a warrior marked with eternal purpose. You've been wondering, why me? Why this long valley? Why such intense pressure? The answer is that gold is only revealed after it passes through the fire. Diamonds are only formed after enduring crushing weight. And you, chosen one, are both the diamond and the gold. When you feel pressed on every side, remind yourself that the pressure is evidence of the treasure you carry. You are not going backward, you are being propelled forward. What feels like chaos is divine construction. God is removing every counterfeit foundation so that when He raises you up, your platform will not crumble. The trial is a prophecy in disguise, announcing that promotion is already written with your name. And even though the fire feels unending, know this: the trial has an expiration date. Darkness cannot reign forever, and suffering cannot outlast the promise. The very weight that tried to crush you will become the testimony that crowns you. Your scars will tell a story of victory, and your tears will become rivers of abundance. What once looked like loss will be revealed as the womb of breakthrough. Do not be fooled by appearances. You may feel like you are barely standing, but in the spirit, you are already rising on wings beyond human strength. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk, not faint. These are not empty words. They are your reality in the making. Heaven declares it, and the earth will soon witness it. This trial you are facing is the final sharpening before your millionaire breakthrough. Yes, millionaire, not just for the sake of wealth, but for the sake of stewardship, for the sake of kingdom assignment. You are being positioned as a financial vessel to carry resources for divine purposes. That is why the warfare has been so intense. That is why you have felt the crushing. That is why even people close to you have not understood you. God is stretching your capacity, because the measure of blessing that is about to be poured requires a vessel that has been tested and proven. The enemy knows this. 2. That is why attacks have increased. That is why discouragement has whispered so loudly. That is why doors have shut in your face. The darkness senses how close your breakthrough is, and it is throwing everything it has at you, hoping you'll surrender just before the reward arrives. But you will not surrender, because you were never built to collapse. You were crafted to overcome. Chosen one. Lean into this moment. Every delay you've experienced is not denial, it is preparation. Every silence from heaven is not absence, it is strategy. God is speaking louder than ever in the stillness, teaching you how to trust Him even when there are no visible signs. When the breakthrough arrives, you will not only enjoy it, you will know how to sustain it, multiply it, and protect it from the enemy's schemes. So hear me clearly. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to stand tall. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are chosen, refined, and destined for greater glory. Your millionaire breakthrough is on the other side of this very test you are walking through now. Beloved, if this word resonates with you, let it be your prophetic act today. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the messages heaven is aligning for you. Share this word with someone else who needs to hear it. And comment below the number 111 as your declaration of faith that you are stepping into new strength and divine breakthrough. Chosen one. What you are experiencing right now is not chaos without meaning. It is the hidden refining fire. You may have thought the opposition was meant to break you, but in truth, it is shaping you into someone entirely new. The trials you walk through are not signs of God's absence. They are signs of His craftsmanship. A master refiner never leaves the gold unattended in the fire. He watches closely, ensuring that the heat removes only what does not belong, until the reflection of His image shines back in full clarity. You have been feeling the weight of disappointments, betrayals, delays, and closed doors. These have not been random misfortunes. Each one has been a deliberate strike of the hammer, shaping you like a blacksmith crafts a weapon of precision. Every tear you shed watered the soil of your destiny. Every season of silence trained your spirit to listen to the whispers of heaven rather than the noise of the world. Without the fire, you would not become the vessel capable of carrying the abundance and glory assigned to your name. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Malachi, chapter 3, verse 3. He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. He will purify the Levites and refine them like gold and silver. Then the Lord will have righteous offerings. Understand this. Chosen one, the fire is not punishment. It is promotion in disguise. When a soldier is entrusted with greater rank, they must first endure greater tests. When a vessel is meant to hold more, it must first be tempered, stretched, and proven durable. That is exactly what is happening in your spirit. God is tempering your patience, stretching your endurance, and proving your faith so that when He pours out the blessing of a millionaire breakthrough, you will not waste it, nor will you crumble under the weight of it. It is often in the fire that false attachments fall away. People who were never meant to stay in your next season are being removed. Habits that cannot coexist with destiny are being burned off. Thoughts that have chained you to cycles of fear and doubt are being exposed and uprooted. The refining process is painful because it forces you to let go of what is familiar, even when it feels safe. But the familiar cannot carry you into the extraordinary. The known cannot deliver you into the promised land. Do not despise this purification. One day soon, you will look back and realize that the very season you hated most became the foundation of your greatness. You will thank God for the fire, because without it, you would never have been strong enough to carry the mantle He is entrusting to you. And while the fire burns, heaven is not blind. Angels surround you even when you feel alone. Divine protection holds you when it looks like everything is falling apart. Remember the 3 men in Babylon's furnace. The flames were real, but so was the presence of the 4th man walking with them. In the same way, You are not abandoned in your furnace. Christ himself stands with you, ensuring that what was meant to kill you becomes the very stage of your deliverance. Chosen one. Every scar you carry from this refining season will become a seal of authenticity. People will look at you and say, "How did they survive? How did they still stand? How did they still believe?" And your answer will be simple: because you were chosen. And the refiner himself never left you in the fire alone. The process is nearly complete. Soon the flames will subside, and the reflection staring back will not be one of defeat, but one of divine glory. Your enemies will have no choice but to acknowledge that you endured what they thought would destroy you, and that endurance has qualified you for the abundance on the other side. This is why the refining cannot be skipped, rushed, or avoided. To bypass the fire would be to bypass your future. So lift your head. Even in the midst of the flames, this season is holy, even if it hurts. This process is sacred, even if it scars. You are being refined not just for yourself, but for generations to come. When the breakthrough arrives, it will not only transform your life, it will ripple outward, touching lives, funding missions, birthing movements, and shaking darkness with light. Hold steady. Chosen one. The fire will not last forever, but its work will remain in you for eternity. Chosen one. You were never ordinary. From the beginning of your life, you carried a mark that set you apart from the rest. Others may have blended in, easily accepted, quickly celebrated, but your journey has been different. Misunderstood, rejected, and often left standing alone. You have wondered if there is something wrong with you. But the truth is that what the world calls different, heaven calls chosen. You cannot expect the crowd to understand the weight of the crown you are destined to wear. The calling you carry is too heavy to be supported by shallow relationships or temporary validation. That is why you were pushed away from circles you thought you needed. That is why doors closed when you were certain they would open. God was protecting your destiny from being entangled with people and opportunities that would have diminished your light. As the Apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 9, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love him." This is why you have always felt out of place, because your destiny was never meant to fit into ordinary patterns. You are being prepared for something beyond imagination, something eyes cannot even recognize until heaven reveals it. Do not let the rejection make you bitter. Do not let loneliness convince you that you are abandoned. These experiences are confirmations of your difference. They are proof that God has hidden you for a time, so that when he reveals you, it will be unmistakable that his hand was upon you all along. Chosen vessels are often hidden in obscurity before they are revealed in glory. Think of David tending sheep, overlooked by his own family, until God called him out and anointed him before everyone. That same story is unfolding in you. Your uniqueness has often made you the target of jealousy. Others sense something in you they cannot explain, a light they cannot extinguish. It unsettles people who are comfortable in darkness. You may not understand why hostility seems to come your way, even when you've done no wrong. It is because your very presence announces change, and change makes the insecure tremble. That is the price of being chosen. But hear me, what others called strange, God calls sacred. The experiences that made you feel like the outsider are the very things shaping your identity as a trailblazer. You will go where others cannot go. You will build what others cannot build. And you will carry what others cannot carry. Your difference is not a curse. It is the signature of heaven upon your life. Chosen one. The enemy has tried to convince you that your uniqueness is weakness. He has whispered lies that you are unworthy, unqualified, or incapable. Yet those lies crumble in the fire of truth. You are not disqualified, you are sanctified. You are not a mistake, you are a masterpiece. The more you embrace your difference, the more powerfully God will use it to draw others into the light. Your millionaire breakthrough is not just about wealth. It is about stewardship, influence, and impact. God is raising you up as an example that those who endure isolation, rejection, and misunderstanding can emerge victorious and prosperous. You will stand as living proof that the ones who were cast aside were actually being positioned for greatness. So do not hide your light anymore. Do not shrink back to make others comfortable. The world does not need another copy. It needs the original you that God has crafted through fire, tears, and perseverance. Walk boldly in your difference, because that difference is the key to your destiny. Beloved, let this be your prophetic response right now. Comment below, "I am chosen." Write it not as a cliche, but as a declaration of faith. Every time you type those words, you are rejecting the lie that you are ordinary, forgotten, or unworthy. You are proclaiming what heaven has been saying over you since the beginning, that you are set apart, anointed, and destined for glory. Let your words align with heaven's truth, and watch as your spirit rises into new confidence. This is your reminder. You were never ordinary. You were never meant to blend in, and you will never walk the path of the crowd. You are chosen, and that means your journey will always look different. But different is divine. Different is destiny. Different is the fingerprint of God upon your life. Chosen one. Have you noticed how the intensity of the opposition has grown stronger lately? The battles you are facing feel heavier, the resistance sharper, the warfare unrelenting. That is not by accident. The closer you come to your breakthrough, the louder the enemy becomes. He throws his final blows with fury, hoping to discourage you before you step into what heaven has already decreed. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. If your life carried no promise, no calling, no assignment, the darkness would have left you alone long ago. But the truth is this: your destiny is dangerous to hell. Your breakthrough is not only about your personal blessing, it is about every life that will be touched, healed, and transformed through your testimony. That is why the resistance has been fierce. It is the enemy's last desperate push before defeat. Look carefully at your circumstances, the chaos swirling around you, the doubts rising within you, the doors slamming in your face. These are not signs that you are losing. They are signs that you are almost there. Storms intensify right before they break. Nights grow darkest just before dawn. And spiritual battles escalate when the enemy senses he is about to lose his grip. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 34, verse 19. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. This is your assurance. The warfare may be fierce, but deliverance is guaranteed. The troubles may be many, but victory is certain. Chosen 1. You must understand that resistance is a prophecy in disguise. If you were still far from breakthrough, the enemy would not waste so much energy trying to wear you down. The fact that attacks have multiplied is proof that you are standing on the threshold of transformation. Every lie whispered into your mind, "You won't make it. You're too weak. God has forgotten you," is evidence that hell is trembling at what's about to be revealed in your life. When Israel stood on the edge of the promised land, the giants seemed bigger than ever. The land was filled with enemies determined to intimidate them. Yet those giants were not proof of defeat, they were proof of promise. The size of the opposition reflected the greatness of the inheritance. And so it is with you. The magnitude of your battles mirrors the magnitude of your breakthrough. This is why you cannot quit. This is why surrender is not an option. Every time you keep standing, even when everything tells you to fall, you strip power from the enemy. Every time you choose faith over fear, you announce that his last push will not prevail. The kingdom of darkness has no answer for endurance. Your ability to keep going, to keep believing, to keep hoping, that is what terrifies the enemy most. Think back to the seasons you thought you would not survive. Remember the nights you thought you had reached your end. Yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still chosen. That is proof that every scheme against you has failed. If the enemy could have destroyed you, he would have done it already. The fact that you are reading these words right now is undeniable evidence that his last push has not succeeded, and it never will. Chosen one, do not confuse the heat of the battle with the absence of God. The fire may be raging, but heaven is closer than ever. God has not left you. He is proving you. He is teaching your hands to war and your fingers to fight. He is strengthening your spirit so that when the millionaire breakthrough arrives, you will not only enjoy it, but also protect it, multiply it, and use it for divine purposes. Even now, angels are stationed around you. Heaven's armies have been dispatched on your behalf. What you cannot see in the natural is already happening in the spiritual. Chains are breaking. Obstacles are crumbling. Strongholds are collapsing. The enemy's push may look intimidating, but heaven's response is unstoppable. So, endure this final stretch. Do not mistake pressure for punishment. Do not confuse warfare with weakness. You are not losing, you are advancing. The enemy's noise is proof of his fear, not of your failure. Hold your ground. Chosen one. The crown you are about to receive is worth every battle, every tear, every scar. The fiercest battles always come before the sweetest victories. The storm you are enduring is not the end of your story. It is the sign that a new chapter is about to begin. And when it does, the very enemies who mocked you will witness your rising. They will see that what they tried to bury was only a seed, destined to break forth in glory. Chosen one. Delay is not denial. You have prayed. You have waited. You have cried. And yet the answers seem to linger somewhere beyond your reach. But listen closely. Heaven has not ignored you. God's timing is not late. It is precise. The delay is the soil where your roots are deepening, where your character is expanding, where your capacity to hold blessing is being stretched. Think of a seed planted deep into the earth. For weeks, nothing seems to happen. The soil looks still, silent, lifeless. Yet beneath the surface, roots are forming, strengthening, pushing downward to create the foundation that will one day sustain a great tree. That is your season right now. You may not see visible results yet, but underneath the soil of waiting, God is preparing you for fruit you cannot yet imagine. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 9. Know therefore that the Lord your God is God. He is the faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love him and keep his commandments. Faithful, that is who he is. And if he promised breakthrough, then even if it tarries, it will surely come. Chosen one. Delays are not denials, they are training grounds. Think of a potter shaping clay. The vessel cannot be rushed, for if it dries too quickly, it cracks. The careful, deliberate pressure of the potter's hands ensures that when the vessel is finally placed in the fire, it will endure. So too is God's hand shaping you in this season. He is ensuring that when your millionaire breakthrough is revealed, it will not be fragile, it will be enduring. You may be asking, why so long, Lord? But remember, diamonds take time to form. Gold takes time to refine. Even the stars you see above your head are light that has traveled years to reach your eyes. The greatest works of God are never rushed. They are cultivated with intention, precision, and patience. Now, beloved, let me speak to your heart with sincerity. If these words have been nourishing your spirit, if they have been like water to your thirsty soul, I ask you to consider responding in love. Just as a farmer cannot harvest without seed, this ministry cannot grow without support. When you like, when you share, when you subscribe, you are watering this soil, helping the message reach other chosen ones who are waiting for confirmation of their calling. And for those who feel stirred, who sense the Spirit nudging, your donation becomes like the widow's oil in the jar. It may seem small, but when poured out in faith, it multiplies, it sustains, it expands. It allows the message of hope to reach beyond borders, beyond languages, beyond barriers. Never think your contribution is too little. Every drop of water helps the garden grow. Do not see it as charity. See it as partnership. Together we are building wells in the desert, places where the weary can drink, where the broken can find healing, where the forgotten can be reminded they are chosen. Your support is not just about maintaining a platform, it is about fueling a movement of light in a world drowning in darkness. Chosen one. The delay you endure is only the prelude to the symphony of breakthrough. One day soon, you will look back and realize why God made you wait. You will see how He used every moment of silence to sharpen your discernment, how He used every closed door to redirect your path, how He used every pause to prepare you for a future too weighty to arrive prematurely. When the blessing comes, it will come suddenly, like a flood breaking through a dam. But until then, keep trusting, keep sowing, keep believing. Your delay is your training ground, and your faith in the waiting is your testimony to the world. So today, let your actions mirror your faith. If this word has touched you, click like as a symbol of agreement. Share it as an act of sowing seed into someone else's life. Subscribe so that you can remain connected to this stream of living words. And if you feel led, donate as a prophetic act of partnership. What you pour out will never return empty. It will ripple outward, impacting lives you may never meet. But heaven will record your faithfulness. Remember, Chosen one, delay is not denial. It is the quiet season before the sound of abundance. It is the seed buried before the harvest rises. It is the hush of heaven before the trumpet of breakthrough blasts across your life. Hold on. The waiting is working for you, not against you. The silence is not emptiness, it is preparation. And soon, the reward will speak louder than every unanswered prayer, every moment of doubt, and every tear shed in the dark. Chosen one, the signs around you are not random. Heaven communicates in ways that many overlook through patterns, confirmations, and numbers that seem to appear in unexpected places. These are not coincidences. They are signals that your path is aligned, that your steps are ordered, that the hand of God is directing your journey, even when your eyes cannot yet see the full picture. How many times have you noticed the repetition of a number, the echo of a phrase, the sudden stirring in your spirit when you needed encouragement most? These are not accidents. They are reminders that heaven is closer than the breath in your lungs. God does not always thunder from the mountain. Often he whispers through details so delicate that only a discerning heart can recognize them. Sometimes the smallest sign carries the loudest message. A number on a clock, a word in a conversation, a song that plays at the exact moment you need it. These are gentle kisses from heaven, reminding you that you are seen. Do not overlook them, for they are the language of the Spirit. Quiet, yet undeniable. Each one is like a candle lit along your path, assuring you that even in the darkness, you are being guided forward, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. Numbers, chapter 23, verse 19. God is not human, that he should lie, not a human being, that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? Every confirmation, every sign, every repeated number you encounter is heaven's way of assuring you that his promises over your life remain unshaken. Chosen one, you are not walking this path blind. The same Spirit that hovered over the waters in creation now hovers over your life, arranging details, weaving moments, aligning steps. You may feel like nothing is happening, but look again. The very patterns surrounding you are shouting, God is here. Oh, do not dismiss the confirmations. They are like breadcrumbs from heaven, guiding you toward the banquet table of breakthrough. Each one is a spark, reminding you that your prayers have not vanished, that your obedience is not in vain, that your faith is not wasted. The patterns are heaven's fingerprints, marking your journey as chosen and set apart. Think of Gideon in the book of Judges, unsure of himself, trembling at his calling. He asked God for signs, and God, in his mercy, gave them. The fleece wet with dew one night, dry the next. These were not for God's sake, but for Gideon's, to strengthen his trembling heart. So too are the signs in your life, not because God needs to prove himself, but because he desires to strengthen you, to remind you that you are not forgotten. Your journey is heavy because your calling is weighty. That is why heaven sends reminders along the way. Each repeated number you see, each whisper of confirmation, is like a gentle hand on your shoulder, saying, keep going. You are closer than you think. Chosen one, your task is to respond with faith. Signs are not given for entertainment, but for activation. When heaven confirms, you must align. When God speaks, You must obey. The patterns are not random. They are divine invitations into deeper trust. Even now, this word is another confirmation for you. You did not stumble here by chance. Heaven orchestrated this moment to remind you your breakthrough is near, your trial is temporary, and your destiny is unstoppable. Beloved, I want you to mark this moment with a prophetic act. Comment the number 444 below. Write it as your declaration that you recognize heaven's signs in your life, that you are aligning with divine order, and that you are ready to walk in obedience no matter the cost. When you type those numbers, you are not just pressing keys, you are sealing a covenant between your faith and God's promises. And as you do, reflect on this. The number is not the power your faith is. The symbol is not the source God is. But when your faith meets God's confirmation, it unlocks doors no man can shut. Chosen one. Embrace the signs. Do not ignore them. Do not dismiss them. And do not let fear convince you that they mean nothing. They mean everything. They are proof that the author of your story has not put down his pen. He is still writing, still guiding, still aligning, still confirming. So hold your head high. The path you walk may feel uncertain, but the signs prove it is certain in heaven. The numbers you see, the confirmations you feel, the whisper you sense in your spirit, they are the language of God, reminding you that you are on time, in place, and chosen for more. Chosen one. The weight you carry is not ordinary. Others may see only your smile, your strength, your ability to keep moving forward, but they do not know the invisible battles you fight each day. They cannot see the heaviness pressing against your spirit, the responsibility you bear in silence, the unseen mantle that rests upon your shoulders. You carry more because you were created to steward more. When God chooses someone for extraordinary impact, He does not shield them from hardship. He entrusts them with it. Hardship is heaven's training ground. It stretches your endurance, sharpens your discernment, and deepens your compassion. It is why your story has not been simple, why your journey has been layered with struggles that seem unfair. Yet these struggles are shaping you into someone who can carry great wealth, great influence, and great purpose without being destroyed by them. We find in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. This verse is not a slogan, it is a lifeline. It does not deny the existence of pressure, but proclaims that in Christ, you will never be crushed by it. You carry the mantle not in your own power, but in His. Chosen one. Have you noticed how even in your lowest moments, strength somehow rises within you? When others collapse under the same weight, you keep going. That is not because you are stronger by nature. It is because the mantle you carry summons divine assistance. Every burden becomes a point of partnership with heaven. Where your strength ends, God's strength begins. That is why you survive what others could not endure. The mantle is heavy, yes, but it is holy. It means your life is not ordinary. Your steps are not casual, and your future is not small. You are being entrusted with resources and assignments that will affect generations. The wealth that is coming into your hands is not just for comfort, it is for impact. It is for building, for blessing, for breaking chains in the lives of others. That is why you have been tested more fiercely, because the responsibility attached to your breakthrough is greater. Consider the prophets of old. Jeremiah carried a word that tore his heart daily. Yet he could not silence it. Moses bore the cries of a nation on his shoulders, even when he longed for rest. Esther held the destiny of her people in her decision to risk her life before the king. Each one bore a heavy mantle, and each one discovered that the weight of the mantle was matched by the weight of divine glory upon them. So too with you. Your tears have watered seeds of destiny. Your trials have carved resilience into your soul. Your loneliness has taught you to walk hand in hand with God when no one else understands. These are not wasted experiences. They are investments into the vessel God is preparing you to be. Chosen one. The mantle you carry will demand sacrifice. It will require you to walk roads others will not walk, to endure seasons others escape, to believe when others mock, but it will also position you to see miracles others never witness, to touch lives others never reach, and to experience glory others only dream of. Do not resent the weight. Embrace it as proof of your calling. The heavier the mantle, the greater the assignment. And remember this, the God who placed the mantle upon you also placed his Spirit within you. You are not carrying this alone. The invisible weight on your shoulders is matched by invisible strength within your heart. Think of an eagle soaring high. Its wings were not built in the nest, they were built in the storm. Every gust of wind that threatened to throw it down became the very force that lifted it higher. In the same way, every challenge pressing against you is not meant to bury you, it is meant to train you to soar. Beloved, even if the world misunderstands the heaviness you carry, heaven celebrates it. Angels recognize the glory on your life. Demons tremble at the resilience they cannot explain, and God himself watches with pride as you walk forward. Mantle and all, refusing to bow to despair. So take courage. You are not weak because you feel the weight. You are chosen because you carry it. And the breakthrough waiting for you will not only lift the burden, but will reveal why it was placed upon you in the first place. The crown that comes after this will fit perfectly upon the head that once bowed under pressure. Chosen one. There are moments when heaven falls silent, and you wonder if God has turned his face away. You pray, but no answer comes. You seek, but no clear direction appears. Days stretch into weeks, and weeks into months, and all you seem to hear is stillness. Yet this silence is not absence, it is strategy. When God is quiet, he is sharpening your ears, training you to recognize his whisper beyond the noise of the world. The silence of God can be one of the hardest tests. We often equate his voice with his presence, and his quiet with his distance. But the truth is that God does his deepest work in silence. Think of a seed buried underground. It makes no sound as it grows. Yet transformation is happening in hiddenness. In the same way, while you feel nothing on the surface, heaven is orchestrating everything beneath it. The prophet Elijah discovered this on the mountain. He looked for God in the wind, in the earthquake, in the fire, but God was not in any of them. Then came a gentle whisper, and there Elijah found him. So it is with you. God is teaching you to hear beyond the dramatic, to discern his guidance even in the smallest stirrings of your spirit. There are treasures hidden in silence that noise could never reveal. When everything around you grows quiet, the roots of your spirit go deeper. You begin to sense the heartbeat of heaven in ways the crowd cannot understand. Silence refines your hearing. preparing you to recognize God's direction instantly. In silence, you are stripped of every distraction that once claimed your attention. The absence of sound reveals the strength of faith. It is here you discover that trust is not built on constant answers, but on confidence in God's character. What feels like emptiness becomes the cradle of revelation. Scripture says, in the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 27, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." In silence, this peace becomes your compass. Even when words are few, His peace guides your steps like an unseen hand. Chosen one. Do not misinterpret heaven's silence as rejection. Silence is preparation. God is quiet because He trusts you to walk in what He has already spoken. He knows that in the stillness, your faith grows stronger. Your patience stretches further. Your dependence on Him deepens. Without silence, you would never learn to stand in confidence when clarity seems absent. Imagine a teacher during an exam. They do not speak while the test is being written, not because they have abandoned the students, but because they are assessing what has already been taught. So too with God, when heaven is quiet, it is your testing ground. He is watching to see how you steward the knowledge, the promises, and the instructions you already carry. This silence also protects you. If God revealed every detail too soon, the enemy would use it against you. Hiddenness shields your destiny until the appointed time, just as Jesus often withdrew into solitude, wrapped in silence before stepping into public power. So too must you learn to embrace the quiet as holy ground. In the silence, distractions lose their grip. In the silence, you learn to differentiate between fleeting emotions and eternal truth. In the silence, your soul discovers that the presence of God is not always loud, but it is always near. The stillness is not a void, it is an invitation to deeper trust. Chosen one. The silence you feel right now is God tuning your spiritual ears. Like a musician preparing for a performance, He is fine-tuning your heart so that when He speaks again, you will not only hear, but also recognize and obey without hesitation. The silence is a classroom, and your spirit is learning lessons that will sustain you long after the noise returns. Do not despise these quiet days. One day soon, you will look back and thank God for the silence, because it stripped away your reliance on signs, on feelings, on external validation, and anchored you solely in Him. You will realize that the silence was not emptiness, it was intimacy. The lack of sound was filled with the richness of His presence, training you to walk by faith, not by sight. Chosen one. Keep walking. Even if heaven feels silent, the ground beneath your feet is holy. The whisper is coming. The breakthrough is closer than it appears. And when the silence breaks, you will understand why it had to last as long as it did, because what God is about to release requires ears trained to hear, hearts disciplined to trust, and spirits strong enough to stand. Chosen one. Every trial in your life is not simply about endurance, it is about obedience. God is not only testing how long you can withstand pressure, He is examining the posture of your heart when faced with choices that seem small but carry eternal weight. True obedience is not proven in grand moments, but in daily decisions. In the hidden places where no one is watching. You may think, what does it matter if I compromise just this once? No one will know, but heaven is always watching. Every step you take in obedience builds your spiritual authority. Every time you choose righteousness when it would be easier to yield, you sharpen your ability to hear God's voice and prove yourself trustworthy for greater assignments. Obedience, chosen one, is not only about avoiding sin, it is about alignment. When you obey, you step into rhythm with heaven's heartbeat. Even the smallest decision becomes significant because it keeps you walking in step with God's will, like a compass pointing north. Obedience ensures you do not drift off course. No matter how strong the winds of temptation or delay may blow against you, as the prophet Samuel declared in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams. This truth cuts deep. God is not impressed by outward gestures if the heart is unwilling to submit. He values obedience more than ritual, surrender more than performance. Chosen one, obedience may cost you comfort. It may cost you relationships. It may even cost you opportunities that seem golden but are not aligned with your calling. Yet what you give up in obedience is nothing compared to what you gain. Every sacrifice you make in obedience is multiplied into blessings that far outweigh the temporary loss. Consider Abraham, commanded to sacrifice his son Isaac. The command seemed impossible, cruel even. Yet Abraham obeyed, and because of his obedience, heaven opened the floodgates of blessing over his lineage. Your acts of obedience, no matter how small, carry generational impact. They are not just about you, they are about the destiny of those who will come after you. The enemy, however, seeks to lure you into disobedience, often in subtle ways. He rarely tempts with blatant rebellion. Instead, he whispers compromises that appear harmless. Just a little dishonesty, just a little delay, just a little pride. But these small cracks, if left unchecked, can fracture the vessel God is shaping you to be. That is why obedience matters. It keeps you aligned with heaven's blueprint. It preserves your purity in a world clouded by deception. It safeguards your destiny from being derailed by temporary shortcuts, and it ensures that when the breakthrough arrives, you will be ready, not just to receive it, but to carry it with integrity. Chosen one. Obedience is also an act of love. Jesus said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." Love without obedience is sentiment, but love expressed through obedience becomes covenant. Every yes you give to God is a declaration that you love Him more than the world, more than your desires, more than your fears. This is why the tests you face often revolve around obedience. Will you forgive when wronged? Will you remain faithful when unnoticed? Will you give when it hurts? Will you trust when you cannot see? Each moment you choose obedience, you are proving your readiness for the millionaire breakthrough God has prepared for you. Beloved, I invite you now to seal this truth with a simple declaration. Comment below, "I will obey." These 3 words may seem small, but they are powerful. By writing them, you are not only agreeing with this message, you are making a prophetic act, aligning your heart with heaven's call. Every time you type those words, you are saying to the universe, to the enemy, and to yourself, "My destiny is too valuable to lose through disobedience. My breakthrough is too close to risk through compromise." Oh, understand this. Your obedience today builds the foundation of your future tomorrow. It is the currency of trust in the kingdom of God. The more you obey, the more He can entrust you with. The mantle you carry demands consistency, and obedience is what solidifies it. So do not despise the small tests. They are training for larger responsibilities. If you can be faithful in little, you will be faithful in much. If you can obey in secret, you will walk in authority in public. The path to your millionaire breakthrough is paved not with shortcuts, but with steps of obedience, one after another, until you stand in the fullness of your promise. Chosen one. The trials you have endured have not only been spiritual, they have been mental, emotional, and even financial. You may have wondered why money has slipped through your fingers, why opportunities seem to dissolve at the last moment, why financial stability felt like chasing the wind. But let me tell you, every moment of lack has been a lesson. Every season of scarcity has been training you for the millionaire mindset. God is now birthing within you. A millionaire breakthrough is not only about numbers in a bank account, it is about perspective, stewardship, and the ability to carry wealth without letting wealth carry you. The trial was not designed to destroy you, it was designed to prepare you to hold abundance with wisdom. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 11, dishonest money dwindles away. But whoever gathers money, little by little makes it grow. God has been teaching you this principle in the fire. You have learned patience in saving, discipline in waiting, humility in asking, and wisdom in choosing. These lessons are the foundation of sustainable wealth. Without them, abundance would slip away as quickly as it came. Think of the farmer. He does not reap in the same season he plants. First comes the sowing, then the waiting, then the weeding, then the watering. Only after all this comes the harvest. Your financial journey has mirrored this process. Every tear, every sacrifice, every missed opportunity has been seed, and heaven never forgets seed. The harvest is inevitable. It is only a matter of timing. Chosen one. The fire you have endured has given you more than resilience. It has given you financial discernment. You now understand the value of what is entrusted to you. You no longer crave quick fixes, because you know lasting abundance is built slowly, wisely, and faithfully. Your millionaire breakthrough will not only bless you, it will bless others, because you have been trained to steward it well. And here, I must speak with sincerity. If these words have nourished you, if they have reminded you that your journey has purpose, consider partnering with this message. Just as a lamp shines brighter when fueled with oil, this ministry shines brighter when fueled by your engagement. When you like, you add oil to the flame. When you share, you extend the light into someone else's darkness. When you subscribe, you keep your lamp burning with continual encouragement. And if you feel led, your donation becomes like water poured onto dry ground. It brings life where there was none. It multiplies the reach of this message, ensuring that countless other chosen ones, still wandering in silence, still doubting their worth, can hear the truth and be set free. Never think your contribution is too small. Even the widow's mite moved heaven, because it was given with a pure heart. Think of a river, flowing strong and steady. Every drop contributes to its force. So too, every act of support, whether clicking like, sharing with a friend, subscribing for consistency, or sowing financially adds to the river of impact. And this river does not stop with you. It flows outward, bringing refreshment to others, creating ripples that will outlast us all. Chosen one, understand this. Your millionaire mindset is being built right now. The way you respond in faith, the way you handle little, the way you invest your time, energy, and even resources, it all shapes the vessel you are becoming. The breakthrough will come, but the real question is, will you be ready to sustain it? That is why God is testing you now in small areas. Can you be faithful with what you have? Can you steward your influence, your gifts, your finances with integrity? Because when the floodgates of abundance open, the habits you carry today will determine whether your wealth is temporary or generational. Chosen one, you are stepping into a new season. The trial has trained you, the fire has refined you, and the scarcity you endured has carved out in you a deep understanding of value. When abundance comes, and it will not slip through your hands. You will not only hold it, you will multiply it. So take heart. The same God who carried you through nights of lack will carry you into days of overflow. The same hands that allowed you to feel emptiness are the hands that will soon fill you with more than enough. This is your millionaire mindset, tested, proven, and ready to carry breakthrough with wisdom and grace. Chosen one, the sting of rejection has followed you like a shadow. People you trusted turned away. Opportunities you thought were certain slipped through your hands. Doors you knocked on with hope remained closed. At times you have asked yourself, why does rejection seem to find me again and again? Yet what looked like rejection was often divine redirection. God was not punishing you, He was protecting you. When one door shut, another path was being carved behind the scenes. What you thought was loss was actually preservation. The relationships that broke apart would have poisoned your spirit if they had remained. The opportunities you missed would have distracted you from your true calling. The doors that closed were walls built by heaven to prevent you from wandering into places not designed for your destiny. Sometimes, what feels like the cold wind of rejection is really the breath of God pushing you toward the right direction. If the door had opened too soon, you would have settled for less than His best. Rejection preserved your greatness, ensuring that your destiny would not be compromised by temporary comfort or shallow approval. Rejection has also sharpened your discernment. Through disappointment, you learn to recognize who carries genuine love and who only carries convenience. It taught you to depend on God's yes above man's approval. With every no you encountered, your ears became more tuned to heaven's yes. Now, your spirit is wiser, stronger, and ready to receive lasting blessings. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 37, verse 23, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in His way." Even when you felt abandoned, your steps were still being ordered. Even when rejection burned like fire in your chest, God was delighting in the redirection of your journey. Chosen one, rejection has been one of your greatest teachers. It taught you how to lean on God when people failed you. It trained you to hear heaven's voice more clearly when earthly voices turned against you. It revealed who truly stood with you and who was only present for what they could gain, painful though it was. Rejection has purified your circle, leaving only those aligned with your purpose. Look closely at your past. Every major redirection was preceded by rejection. You were pushed out of environments that could not sustain you, not because you were unworthy, but because you had outgrown them. Like an eagle stirred from the nest, you were forced to spread wings you did not even know you had. Consider Joseph, sold by his brothers, betrayed by those closest to him, forgotten in prison, yet each rejection was a step toward the palace. Without betrayal, Joseph would never have become a ruler. Without prison, he would never have learned the wisdom required to steward a nation. What was intended for evil became the very path to his elevation. So it is with you. Every betrayal, every dismissal, every closed door has been used by God to shape your path. The pain you felt was real, but the purpose behind it was greater. Your millionaire breakthrough could not be born in the wrong environment. God had to separate you, to redirect you, to shield you from contamination that would have stolen your inheritance. Chosen one. Rejection also revealed your resilience. Each time you were pushed down, you rose again. Each time you were told no, you found another way forward. You discovered that your worth does not depend on acceptance from people, but on the unshakable love of God. The very rejections that tried to crush you have become the proof of your unbreakable spirit. This is why you must not dwell in bitterness. Do not let rejection become a chain around your heart. Forgive those who turned away. Bless those who misunderstood you. Release those who misjudged your worth. Their rejection was not your downfall, it was your liberation. You are free now to walk paths you would never have considered if they had welcomed you. Chosen one. Remember, God wastes nothing, not even rejection. The same stone the builders rejected became the cornerstone. The same cross that symbolized death became the gateway to resurrection. Your story follows the same pattern. What was meant to push you aside will become the very evidence that you were chosen all along. Lift your head. You have not been forgotten. You have been redirected. You are not overlooked. You are hidden for a greater unveiling. Rejection is not the end of your story. It is the detour that leads to destiny. And soon, those who turned away will witness the fulfillment of what God was preparing you for in secret. Chosen one. There comes a point in your journey when you cannot simply believe quietly in your heart. You must make a public declaration of alignment. Heaven waits for a response from you, not only in thought, but also in action. When you respond in faith, you anchor your destiny. You seal your obedience, and you open doors that cannot be shut. Prophetic acts are not empty rituals. They are visible confirmations of invisible truths. They are like planting a flag on conquered ground, signaling that this territory now belongs to the kingdom of God. Every time you align your words and actions with heaven, you are building altars that testify of your faith, and each altar becomes a marker along your journey, reminding both you and the enemy that you belong fully to the Lord. When you declare openly, it is like striking a hammer against a bell. Your sound echoes further than you imagine. The unseen world hears it. Angels respond to it, and even the enemy is forced to recognize it. Your declaration becomes a vibration that shakes chains loose and sets the atmosphere for breakthrough. Prophetic acts may seem small in the natural, but in the spirit, they are monumental, like a key turning in a lock. One simple step of obedience can swing open a massive door. Your number, your words, your declaration are not empty symbols. They are the signal that heaven has been waiting for to release what is already prepared. As the Apostle Paul wrote in the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 10, "For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you profess your faith and are saved." This scripture reveals a principle. Belief is not enough. Confession must follow. Faith in the heart must be sealed by declaration from the mouth. Chosen one. Every trial you endured, every rejection you overcame, every fire you walked through was training you for this moment of alignment. Heaven is calling you not just to silently hope, but to boldly proclaim. The prophetic act becomes the bridge between your current struggle and your coming breakthrough. Consider Noah. He did not simply believe God would send a flood, he built an ark. Consider Abraham. He did not just believe he would be the father of nations, he walked toward the land God promised. Faith without action is incomplete. Likewise, your prophetic declaration is your way of stepping into the reality God has already spoken over you. You may wonder why something as simple as typing a number matters, yet in the spiritual realm, even small acts carry great weight. Remember when the Israelites marched around Jericho? To the natural eye, it seemed pointless, yet their steps, their shouts, their obedience tore down walls no human strength could move. Your prophetic act today carries the same power. Chosen one. I urge you now, comment the number 555 below. Let it be your declaration that you are aligned, ready, and willing to step into your breakthrough. These numbers are not magic, they are markers of faith. They represent grace multiplied, favor released, and transformation activated. By writing them, you are saying, I believe, I align, I obey. Oh, do not underestimate the ripple effect of your obedience. When you comment, you are not only declaring for yourself, you are joining a chorus of other chosen ones across the earth, making the same declaration. Together, your voices rise like incense before the throne of God, and heaven responds to the unity of faith. Chosen one, you must understand this. The prophetic act you make today is not just for you. It will echo into your family, your lineage, your future generations. Just as altars built in the Old Testament remained as reminders for descendants, so too will your declaration today mark a generational shift. Your obedience now is paving the way for blessings that will flow long after you. The enemy fears your declaration. He wants to keep you silent, doubting, passive. But the moment you act, the moment you speak, the moment you type in faith, you break his grip. You silence his lies. You announce that his time is over and that your breakthrough is here. Chosen one, let today be a line in the sand. No more wavering. No more wondering if you are chosen. Heaven has already declared it. Now, it is time for you to declare it too. Take the prophetic step. Type the number and step boldly into alignment with the will of God. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is not far. It is closer than you imagine. And your prophetic act today is the key that unlocks the final door. Chosen one. Have you noticed how the fiercest storms often rage just before the morning light breaks? That is the pattern of the Spirit. The greatest warfare is always waged on the threshold of destiny. You are living proof of this truth. The intensity of the battles you face is not evidence that you are losing. It is confirmation that you are on the brink of breakthrough. The closer you draw to the gates of abundance, the more determined the enemy becomes to keep you from crossing. He knows what your breakthrough means. He knows that once you step into your millionaire season, you will not only change your own life, but also transform the lives of those connected to you. That is why his attacks have been unrelenting, his whispers persistent, his schemes more elaborate than before. As the Apostle Peter wrote in his first letter, chapter 5, verse 8, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." Notice the wording, like a roaring lion. The enemy makes noise to intimidate, but he does not carry the power to destroy what God has chosen to protect. His strategy is to exhaust you, to wear you down, to make you quit just before your victory arrives. Chosen one, do not be deceived by the noise. The roar is not proof of strength, it is proof of desperation. The devil knows his time is short, and his defeat is certain. His only chance is to convince you to surrender before the crown is placed on your head. That is why the warfare has been so heavy, because you are closer to your inheritance than you realize. Look at the pattern of Scripture. Before Israel entered the Promised Land, giants stood in the way. Before David wore the crown, Saul hunted him with fury. Before Jesus resurrected, the cross seemed like final defeat. Always, the darkest battle precedes the brightest glory. And so it is with you. The warfare you face now is not punishment, it is prophecy. It is heaven's announcement that victory is moments away. Chosen one. This season demands vigilance. You cannot afford to be careless with your spirit. Guard your thoughts, for the battlefield is in your mind. The enemy's primary weapon is deception. He wants you to believe the lies that you are too weak, that God has abandoned you, that breakthrough will never come, but truth stands taller than every lie. If you resist the darkness with the word of God, it will flee. Remember the armor described in Ephesians: the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit. These are not metaphors for comfort, they are strategies for survival. Every prayer you pray, every verse you declare, every choice to trust God when fear rises is a strike against the enemy. You are not defenseless, you are armed by heaven itself. Warfare, though exhausting, also reveals your strength. You may feel weak, but your endurance proves otherwise. Each day you rise again. You prove that you are unbreakable. Each moment you refuse to bow to despair. You prove that you are unstoppable. Hell would not fight you this hard if you were not carrying something worth stealing. The warfare validates the worth of your destiny. Do not despise the battle. Chosen one. See it for what it is, a signpost. The closer you are to break through, the heavier the pressure becomes. This is not the season to retreat. It is the season to advance with confidence, knowing that God has already secured your victory. One day soon, you will look back at this very moment and realize that the warfare was the final confirmation of your calling. You will see that every sleepless night, every tear shed, every battle endured was shaping you into a warrior fit to steward generational blessing. The wealth that is coming, the influence that is rising, the mantle you are about to carry, all of it required this level of testing. Chosen one. The battle may feel long, but it is temporary. The enemy's power is limited, but your inheritance is eternal. Hold your ground. Stand firm. The warfare before wealth is proof that the crown is near. And when it is placed upon your head, you will know beyond doubt it was worth every battle. Chosen one. Something is shifting around you. The atmosphere itself is changing, though you may not yet see it with your natural eyes. You sense it in your spirit, a stirring, a restlessness, an anticipation that something new is on the horizon. This is not imagination, it is discernment. Heaven is announcing that breakthrough is moving from the unseen realm into the visible. For so long, you walked through deserts of silence. You endured valleys where hope felt thin and fragile. Yet recently, there has been a quickening. You notice patterns aligning, opportunities whispering, strength returning. These are not random coincidences. They are the first drops of rain before the downpour. The atmosphere has shifted, and you are standing at the threshold of manifestation. The ancient words recorded in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19 still echo today. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. This is the promise now unfolding in your life. What once felt barren is becoming fertile ground. What once was wasteland is becoming a river of abundance. Chosen one. Breakthrough always begins in the spirit before it appears in the natural. Just as seeds germinate unseen beneath the soil before breaking through the ground, your promise has been growing silently within you. The change you sense in the atmosphere is the signal that the soil is cracking, that what was hidden is about to be revealed. Pay attention to your dreams. Listen closely in prayer. Watch for divine alignments in conversations, timings, and even disruptions. The Spirit is speaking louder than before, guiding you into position. The shift in atmosphere is not only external, it is also internal. Your faith feels different now, stronger, steadier. Your hope is not fragile anymore, it is firm. This is evidence of transformation already at work within you. Think of Elijah on Mount Carmel. Before the rain came, he saw only a small cloud rising from the sea, no bigger than a man's hand. Yet that small sign carried the promise of a mighty storm. Likewise, the subtle signs you perceive right now are indicators of a flood of blessing on the way. The little cloud you sense is confirmation that abundance is near. Chosen one. This shift also means your old season is closing. The atmosphere cannot change without signaling transition. What you once tolerated, you will no longer endure. What once satisfied you will no longer fulfill you. This is because God is preparing you for more, and your spirit is outgrowing the limitations of your past. The cocoon is breaking, not to confine you, but to release the wings you were always meant to use. Do not resist this transition. The shaking you feel is not to destroy your stability, but to reposition you into new territory. Doors that once remained closed will suddenly swing open. Conversations that once drained you will now redirect you. What felt like delays will suddenly align with divine acceleration. The atmosphere has shifted, and your life is about to reflect it. Remember, however, that discernment is crucial. When breakthrough draws near, distractions often multiply. The enemy will try to cloud your vision, to disguise counterfeit opportunities as blessings. But because the Spirit has trained your hearing in silence, you will recognize the authentic voice of God. Trust that inner knowing. It is the fruit of your refining. Chosen one. Rejoice in the shift. You are not the same person who entered the trial. You are stronger, wiser, more anchored in faith. The atmosphere reflects this change because heaven always responds to maturity. The mantle you carry has expanded, and now the environment around you must align with what is within you. Lift your eyes. The horizon is no longer empty. Clouds are gathering. Winds are changing. What once felt motionless is now alive with momentum. Your waiting was not wasted. It has prepared you for this exact season. The shift in atmosphere is not temporary. It is the permanent unveiling of what God promised long ago. Soon, others will see what you already sense. They will marvel at how quickly things turn, how suddenly doors open, how abundantly blessings flow. But you will know the truth. It was not sudden. It was preparation. The shift you feel now is proof that God has been faithful all along. Chosen one. Breathe deeply and take courage. The atmosphere has changed, and so has your future. The long night is giving way to morning. The wilderness is making room for rivers, and the promise, unnoticed, is now standing at your doorstep. Chosen one. Crowns are not given in comfort, they are earned in battle. Every scar you carry, every tear you shed, every night you pressed forward. When quitting seemed easier, these moments were not wasted. They were the forge in which your crown was shaped. Now, as the warfare eases, the weight of victory rests upon your head. This crown is not only a crown of glory, it is a crown of wealth. It signifies not just your survival, but your stewardship. You endured storms that could have destroyed you, yet instead, they refined you. You walked through fire that should have consumed you, yet it purified you. The very battles that tried to strip you of dignity became the hands that shaped your destiny. The prophet James reminds us in his letter, chapter 1, verse 12, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love." This is your testimony. You have persevered, and now heaven is placing the crown upon your head. Think of a soldier returning from war. His uniform may be tattered, his body weary, but when the medal is pinned to his chest, the pain is overshadowed by honor. So, too, with you. The battles were real, but so is the honor now being released. Your crown testifies that you did not bow to fear. You did not surrender to despair, and you did not abandon your post. Chosen one. Allow me to speak with sincerity from my heart. If these words have been light to your spirit, if they have helped you lift your eyes again, I invite you to respond in love. When you like this message, it is as if you are planting a flag that says, "This truth belongs to me." When you share, you are passing the torch, extending light into someone else's night. When you subscribe, you are choosing to walk in ongoing fellowship, ensuring that encouragement flows into your life consistently. And if you feel stirred to give, your donation becomes more than money. It becomes a seed. Just as a seed disappears into the soil before it multiplies into harvest, what you sow here will multiply into lives touched, hearts healed, and destinies awakened. No seed is too small. Even a single drop of rain contributes to the river. Together, those drops form streams that refresh thousands. Imagine a lighthouse on a stormy night. The lamp must be fueled continually, so that its light does not fade. Every act of support, whether a like, a share, a subscription, or a donation, is oil for that lamp. With it, the light burns brighter, guiding countless souls who are lost at sea. Without it, the flame grows dim. Your participation ensures the light remains strong. Chosen one. This is not charity, it is partnership. You are not merely consuming words, you are joining a movement. Every time you engage, you become part of the mission to awaken chosen ones across the earth. This crown upon your head is not only for you, it is also for those your life will impact. Your response here strengthens the work that strengthens others. And now, I invite you to seal this moment with your voice. Comment below, "I choose my crown." These 4 words are not casual, they are covenantal. When you write them, you are not only affirming what has been spoken, you are claiming it as your own. You are declaring that the battle you endured has not been in vain, and that you are ready to wear the honor heaven has prepared for you. Every crown is forged in fire. Every jewel in it tells a story of perseverance. Every glimmer on its surface reflects tears turned into triumph. This is why your crown is unique, because no one else has walked your road, carried your battles, or endured your storms. It belongs to you, and it will shine through you. Chosen one. The crown you wear now is more than a symbol. It is authority. It is wealth. It is influence. It is the mantle to lead, to build, to bless, and to release light into the darkest corners. Do not hide it. Do not question whether you are worthy. You are chosen, and your crown is proof. Lift your head, warrior. The battle has crowned you. The scars have beautified you, and the glory resting upon you is unshakable, unstoppable, undeniable. Chosen one. When the refining ends and the atmosphere shifts, there comes a moment when heaven opens a door that no man can shut. This is not just any door, it is the door you have been prepared for. The opportunity that matches the weight of your trials. The entryway into the season of abundance you have long awaited. For years, it seemed as if you were knocking endlessly, pounding on doors that remained sealed. Your prayers echoed against silence. Your efforts dissolved into nothing. Yet those doors stayed shut, not because you were unworthy, but because they were not yours. God was preserving you for the right door, the one aligned with your destiny, the one that would not only open, but stay open. Sometimes, the doors that stayed locked were not prisons, but protections. God knew what waited on the other side: snares, distractions, and traps that would have stolen your destiny by closing them. He was not withholding, he was safeguarding, ensuring that the only door you would walk through is the one designed for you. When the right door opens, it carries a peace that silences confusion. You will not need to force it, manipulate it, or beg for it to remain. The grace of God sustains what He ordains. The opportunity will not just invite you in, it will embrace you, confirming it was prepared with your name written upon it. The voice of God thundered in the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 8. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. I know that you have little strength, yet you have kept my word, not denit name. This is your reality now. What your strength could not achieve, His favor has accomplished. Chosen one. Open doors in the kingdom are not simply opportunities, they are assignments. They carry weight, responsibility, and purpose. The door set before you is not only for your elevation, but also for the advancement of God's plan through your life. This is why it required such preparation, so that when you step through, you will not stumble, but stand. Picture a key finally sliding into the lock after years of searching. The sound of the tumblers clicking into place signals more than relief. It signals destiny. That is what this moment is for you. Every trial, every rejection, every act of obedience has been the shaping of that key. And now it fits perfectly into the door prepared for you. Do not fear the newness on the other side. The unfamiliar is not meant to intimidate you, it is meant to stretch you. Just as Israel stepped into a land flowing with milk and honey, yet filled with new challenges, so too your promised place carries both abundance and responsibility. But remember, he who opened the door will also equip you to walk through it. This door may come disguised. It may not look like what you expected. Sometimes God hides greatness in simplicity so that only the faithful will recognize it. Be discerning. Chosen one. Look not with natural eyes, but with spiritual vision. The opportunity before you may seem small, but within it lies exponential growth. Think of David again. He was summoned to play the harp before Saul. To the natural eye, it was a minor role, an unremarkable invitation. Yet it was the open door that positioned him for the throne. Your open door may appear ordinary to others, but in truth, it is extraordinary. It is the threshold to the crown. Chosen one. Remember that open doors also attract resistance. Just because the door is open does not mean the path will be without obstacles. But those obstacles are powerless against the authority of the one who unlocked the way. Walk boldly. Step confidently. The resistance you face is only confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. The season of wandering is closing. You will not have to keep searching, knocking endlessly, or doubting whether you are on the right path. The clarity you longed for is here. The door has been set before you, and all of heaven is standing in agreement as you step through. Do not carry old mindsets into this new room. Release the fear, the scarcity, the hesitation. Walk in with courage, with expectation, with readiness. This is not a temporary blessing, it is a permanent shift. This door is the passageway into your millionaire breakthrough, into the influence, abundance, and impact for which you were created. Chosen one. Breathe deeply. The hallway of waiting is behind you. The doorway of destiny is open before you. Step through it with confidence. For the one who holds the keys has already declared that nothing and no one can shut what he has chosen to open. Chosen one. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for the unveiling of your millionaire breakthrough. The fire has done its work. The silence has taught you patience. The rejection has redirected you, and the warfare has sharpened your spirit. Now, the season of waiting gives way to the season of walking in fullness. You are not stepping into wealth for vanity or pride. You are stepping into it as one entrusted with divine purpose. Money in your hands is no longer a tool of survival. It is a tool of transformation. What once slipped through your fingers in seasons of lack will now flow through your hands as streams of abundance. Directed by wisdom, integrity, and obedience. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. This is the foundation of your breakthrough. You will not carry fear into this season, but power. You will not hoard wealth selfishly, but release it in love. You will not squander it foolishly, but steward it with a sound mind. Chosen one. This abundance is not merely financial, it is holistic. It is peace that surpasses understanding, relationships aligned with destiny, health restored, joy overflowing. The millionaire breakthrough is a symbol of something greater, heaven's affirmation that you endured, that you remained faithful, that you did not let the fire consume your calling. Think of Joseph again, rising from prison to palace in a single day. His wealth was not just for himself, but for the preservation of nations. So too with you. The resources coming into your life are not simply for comfort, but for assignment. You will be positioned to lift others, to fund visions, to break generational chains of poverty. Chosen one. Notice how different you are now. Once, you may have chased after opportunities. Now, opportunities will chase after you. Once, you may have feared whether you could handle abundance. Now, you know the trials shaped you to steward it with care. This breakthrough is not luck, it is legacy. The wealth you are stepping into will not corrupt you, because your heart has been purified. It will not overwhelm you, because your endurance has been tested. It will not define you, because your identity is already rooted in Christ. Instead, it will empower you, expand you, and extend your influence far beyond what you once imagined. Chosen one. See yourself walking through fields of harvest, each stalk heavy with grain. This is the vision of your season, abundance on every side, not because you escaped hardship, but because you endured it, not because the journey was easy, but because you remained faithful. Every scar now shines like a medal. Every tear now waters the soil of your prosperity. This breakthrough will silence the voices that doubted you, but more importantly, it will amplify the voice of God through you. People will look at your life and recognize that this is not human achievement, it is divine orchestration. Your wealth will be a testimony that faithfulness is rewarded, that endurance is crowned, that chosen ones never walk in vain. Chosen one. Walk boldly into this inheritance. You are not the same person who started the journey. You are refined, strengthened, and established. Your millionaire breakthrough is not just about what you have, it is about who you have become. And who you have become is a vessel prepared for glory. Chosen one. You have reached the end of this message. But the journey it describes is only beginning. Every trial you endured, every delay you faced, every rejection you survived, it was all preparation for this moment of unveiling. You are stepping into a new season, crowned not only with glory, but also with abundance. Equipped not only for survival, but for influence. But remember, breakthrough is not meant to be hoarded, it is meant to be shared. Just as a torch lights the way for others in the dark, your testimony will ignite hope in hearts still waiting for their moment. That is why this message must not end with you. By liking this word, you are affirming it as your own. By sharing it, you are passing the torch so others may also find their way through the fire. Chosen one. Community matters. We were never designed to walk alone. Subscribing is more than staying connected, it is choosing to remain part of a family of faith. Where encouragement flows, and truth is spoken without compromise. Each time you return, you strengthen your spirit and also strengthen others by your presence. And if your heart feels stirred, if you know this message has watered your soul, consider sowing back. A donation, no matter how small, is like a seed planted in fertile ground. It does not disappear, it multiplies. It becomes fuel for the flame, oil for the lamp, water for the thirsty. Together, we can extend this light farther than we could ever reach alone. So let your voice join the chorus. Comment below. Affirm your crown and declare your breakthrough. Engage not just with your mind, but with your heart. Because when chosen ones rise together, darkness trembles, and heaven's purpose is revealed on earth.